Hey guys, Balak here. Today we're talking about the WZ-121. WZ-121 comparable to the WZ-121B and WZ-113. To be honest, the WZ-121 takes the boast of best worlds and combines it to something even greater. Let's watch a replay that I have from earlier today. I'm playing with my friend Jailbreaker 2000. We are gonna go left. Now, because my team, they didn't listen to me, but that's alright. It turned out for the worst. My friend Jailbreaker 2000, he said a couple things, right? That pissed off the 183s. High tier, especially tier 8 and above, you want to make sure you don't get to the enemy first, but the enemy gets to you first. Where you have the home base advantage, where you are the front line and you're not going on to them. Right now, I told my guy wearing comms on Discord, Phil, that let's not push, let's wait for them to push to us. Right? And then he's okay, but I want to move soon. Right? He looks around, and I relocate to have a better positioning to where the grill and our heavies are. Maybe get a couple shots over there. My friend in the AMX, he decides to move, and I'm just holding this position, not knowing what the T62 has been doing yet. But I am looking at the IS-7, see if I can get a potential shot into the side of the IS-7. Unlucky ricochet from the T62A, and my friend tells me, hey, the T62A moved, let's move in. I'm like, alright, we just do a couple things. Now this is where the damage starts to racken. I decided to go left, but that's where the Death Stars are, so I went right. And I actually started to farm this VK and the IS-7. Beautiful aim time on the tank, just taking example. The nice DPM. The best thing you can do when you're reloading is never stay still, especially in a medium. The heavy you can get away with it when you position your armor correctly. But in the medium, especially like this, you want to stay. Nice max roll on the VK. Already sitting at 2500. My friend saying, hey, these dusters are trying to push. I need your help for a flank. So I'm alright. Say less, I'm gonna go for a flank. Checking my right, I look at the mini map. I see no one's there. My friend says this guy's lowest. They have 18 to 20 second reload. That's if they're ace crew. If they're not ace crew, it's more like 25 second reload if it's 75% crew. Now, I'm playing my armor very smart. Nice ricochet. Now I know I can out DPM him because he has such a long reload. But I get another max roll. Now, unfortunately, this is where I kind of screw up, to be honest. I get another nice shot in the VK, but I kind of screw up over here. My hands are shaking. It's 2v4. We're all human, right? We are all put stress under the moment. Right? And then my guy in the AMX, he says, hey, watch at this I-7. He's alright, I can't pen. Alright, I got him. Moving on, I know that they're pushing super hard. I move back because I want to conserve my health as long as possible. I get a nice pen, but this is where I start to screw up a little bit. I should have loaded AP. That was my mistake over there, not loading AP. Then this VK gets a shot at me. I try and shoot the weak track, but my heat shot ricochets off the track. Unfortunately. But my friend, in the IS, not in the IS, but the AMX 30B, it finishes off the game. Gets a nice game. 5.6k damage, first class, high caliber, crucial contribution. We do 9.7k damage combined in our little platoon. The WZ-121, like I said, Has amazing statistics for what it is. It doesn't have the most hit points for a medium, but it's average. The turret is just enough at 240 with a very round turret fascia with very small cheeks that only high pen tank destroyers can pen, like a Hori or Object 263 or Grill. Right? The hull, 120 angled, small lower glacis, 80 millimeters on the side, just enough to have nice auto ricochets against 120 mil calibers and less. 50% concealment ratio, and then while moving, even same, almost. Nice DPM, slightly above average to be honest. Average is 3k at tier 10. Slightly below average penetration though, but we make it work, right? Average damage is above average per shot, which is nice. That means no other not TD, but no other medium can out-trade you. Excellent aiming time and good dispersion with fair gun depression. Top speed is excellent. Mobility is very nice. The power to weight ratio is fair. The train crossing capacity is amazing. Right? So this tank in general out of 10 is 8.75 out of 10 in my opinion. One of the best tier 10 tanks you can get as a starter or an average player. My stats? They were 60%, but high tier games at the current moment it's not as easy to carry. I get fair damage, almost 2.5k average damage, right? The one thing I could say I should maybe stay back more because I spot over 2 tanks per game. My KD ratio basically is still good, positive at least, right? And my destruction ratio is positive too. So me carrying the team, that game, to be honest, is 1 in 10, maybe 1 in 8, right? Carrying the team is not as easy as carrying teams in tier, like low tiers 4, 5, 6. Anything past tier 8, even some tier 7 games, unfortunate because it's always the aspect where you have the new players on the team, where they're kindergartners or to me no thumbs or anyone that doesn't know how to play the game properly. But you're always against ex-esports players or esport tryhards that are trying to go for esports and World of Tank splits on the red team. And when they're on your team, they carry the game, you carry the game too, but you don't get enough damage, blah blah blah. Right? So Wargaming needs to fix its matchmaking, but that's another story. Let's watch another replay though. This time it's from Canal, and I noticed I spawned heavy side, and I'm reading the composition: FE4202, I7, and 2 Krav guns, P57. I'm like, alright, they have a cruiser, they have a heavy tank, they have 2 heavy tanks that are impenetrable hull down. MBT M48 pattern is an MBT. P57 is just any other support heavy in the Vickers. So, my apologies guys, my apologies. Let's just play that replay again. So I go left. And they're all here, right? You always need to call out the targets for the team to shoot. I see this guy is overextending, exposing his giant, weak lower glacis. Right now I'm trying to get a shot. That FE4202 has very troll armor, but it should be fixed after update 8.1 with the proper armor rendering. Right? But right now I'm just farming damage between these 2 crop guns. They don't really know what they're doing. I'm taking slight damage from the M48 pattern. And then I see this guy playing how he's playing. This is the turret making good work. Almost nothing can penetrate the turret. And then the Krav gun, like again, I switched to heat just in case. Real good damage, sitting above 3k already, 1100 blocked. That's real good. Turns away, that was a mistake on his end. Now just continue farming damage. 3.6k. Nice track and nice high roll. Ricochet from the Krovgon. Another bounce, unfortunately. Like I said, troll armor on the FP4202. I'm already low. That's the 1800 hit points for you. I wasted a shot there. I could have put that shot somewhere else, to be honest. Sitting at 4k even. Nice shot on T57 heavy. I moved because I see they took care of him, and now the IS-7 on the enemy team is still fair health. I see him, but this is the gun suppression not being the best. Right, then the aim time, but unfortunately I didn't fully aim in, and the dispersion during aim in or on the move isn't really the best. Try and get there in time, saying, hey, negative, let me do my high roll. I have a max damage loaded. Let's do 5k. But then again, 4.5k is just as respectable, especially with 1500 blocked on a medium tank. In a win. And a carry, second class, Confederate, whole bunch of random medals. A nice carry. Final thoughts on the WZ-121. Personally, this is one of my favorite tier 10s among my collection. Second only to the T110E3 and the T57 Heavy, believe it or not. And the next closest thing I would compare it to would be an M48 Patton. The M48 Patton actually only has 177 millimeters on the turret, but that 177 millimeters is very troll because the cheeks are protected by a giant mantlet that's additional 150 millimeters, plus another mantlet connecting the gun to the turret, which is another 80 to 130. And then the 177 is rounded, so effective is actually like 240, 260. Then over there is auto balance. And this cupola looks like a weak spot, but is actually not a weak spot. It's very troll. But that's another video for another day. Like I said, final thoughts about the WZ-121. If you're an amateur player or a new player, or even an average player looking for another tier 10 for your collection, I highly recommend you grind the Chinese medium tank line for an awesome experience, minus tier 9. Anyways guys, this was Balak, and I wish you guys all a great day. Balak out.